Hello. Today I want to talk to you about the idea of taking control. We are living in very, very strange times, there's no doubt about it. And we've just come out of COVID. We now see the war in Ukraine. And prior to COVID, we had the economic meltdown. And these once in a century events seem to be happening every few years now. And to a great extent, I think, people are feeling that they are not in control of their lives. So I want to share a thought with you today about how you might think about control and how you might regain a sense of control over your life. And this word sense of control is important because taking action gives us a sense of control, a sense of being in charge, a sense that somehow or other we are doing the things that will create the future that we want. And what's also interesting, by the way, about taking action is when you take action, meaningful action, when you have inputs that are going to get you the outputs you want, and you move forward and you take action and you do your best. Well, even if it doesn't work out, you can look back without regret or recrimination and say, well, I did my best, I could have done no better. But there's a psychological theory called the Locus of Control. And the Locus of Control is basically a continuum. And it says you're positioned somewhere on this continuum. At one end of the continuum, the locus of control, that point of control, is internal. You feel it's internal to yourself, that you're in charge, that you are responsible, that you make decisions about your own life. And at the other end of the spectrum, the locus, this point of control you feel is external to yourself, i.e. people, circumstances, the world, whatever, is deciding the outcomes. As you can see, the internal locus of control sort of leads to a sense of confidence and a desire to move into action and to do things. Whereas the other, the sense of victimhood, this external locus of control, I'm somehow or other a victim, I'm not in control. And it sort of leads to fatalism and despair. So one leads to building confidence to actually take more action, and the other sort of leads to a lack of confidence, saying, well, why bother? Nothing's in my control anyway. So they tend to be sort of self-fulfilling states. And the point I suppose I really want to make today is that you can choose which one it's going to be. You can choose whether or not it's going to be internal or external. And the way you choose it is you accept responsibility. We've talked about this before in some of the videos. You accept responsibility for what's going on. As simple as that. You say, I am responsible. Whatever's going on is responsible. Now, clearly you're not. There are many, many things that are going on that you're not responsible for. But you are responsible for the way you interpret it. The way you interpret and the way you respond to what's going on. And based on that interpretation, the way you reason things, remember we talk about reasoning, response, results. The way you reason, you think about this and you interpret this and you respond to a situation, then allows you to actually move into action and do things or not. So this choice of accepting what's going on, taking responsibility for it and saying, now, what are the things I need to do? Focusing again on inputs. As you know, I'm a great believer in inputs. Focusing on inputs. What are the things I can do to make the situation better? And by taking action in that context, it will give you a real sense of control. And it'll allow you to recognize the things that you're not in control of. And leave them out there and say, there's nothing I can do about these things. All I can manage is the way I respond to this situation. And then you move into action, you take the appropriate steps to help make the situation better. So I like this idea. It's a big sort of theme of my own in my own life. And this thing of taking responsibility and taking back control and how it empowers you to move into action. And in fact, make it a self-fulfilling prophecy. And of course, the opposite being also true. So think about it as a concept. Taking back control, but I think now is really time for many of us to get a sense of taking back control. So enjoy.